Good day, I'm Tamara McHale and this is your JIS news for Friday, October 16. Government continues to meet its fiscal targets, with several of them exceeding expectations. The Economic Program Oversight Committee (EPOC) told reporters on Thursday that tax collection for the April to August 2015 period was $1.7 billion ahead of target. The biggest performer, company tax, was $2 billion more than budgeted.
If businesses are making money, then they pay taxes, and if the taxes are ahead of last year by 28% and ahead of budget by $2 billion, then I think that augurs well in terms of perhaps growth in the economy.
The special consumption and general consumption taxes were also more than budgeted. But there was a shortfall in telephone tax collection and customs duty. The primary balance and net international reserves, meanwhile, were more than targeted. Expenditure for the period was $11 billion below budget. At Thursday's EPOC briefing, the co-chairman also hailed two recent major business investments, saying they were votes of confidence in Jamaica. Mr. Biles pointed to Heineken's announcement that it had bought Diageo's shares in Red Stripe.
And we'll make an offer to the minority shareholders in Jamaica. $600 million US. Heineken, an international company, is saying, I'm prepared to put in Jamaica. And I think that is a tremendous vote of confidence.
He also pointed to Charisma Hotel's announcement that it would invest about $900 million in Jamaica over the next 10 years to add 4,000 rooms to the hotel's stock. A pension plan for the tourism sector is scheduled for implementation by January 2017. Tourism Minister Dr. Wickham McNeil says he has instructed the Pension Reform Committee established earlier this year to have the policy in place within the next 14 months. While more than 30,000 people are directly employed in the sector, a study conducted by the ministry revealed that less than 10% of tourism workers had a pension plan. The minister says this must change as the government moves to deepen the linkages between tourism and other sectors.
More importantly, we want to see tourism as a tool for social and economic growth.
Dr. McNeil was speaking with JIS News at the recent Tourism Awareness Week Expo in New Kingston. The Technology Ministry says it's committed to having data protection legislation in place by the 2016-2017 fiscal year. State Minister Julian Robinson says, among other things, the Act will safeguard the privacy of personal data and regulate the collection, processing, storing, use and disclosure of certain information in physical or electronic form.
This legislation, Mr. Speaker, will have significant and far-reaching implications for persons who manage data, financial services institutions, governmental institutions, but it's really designed to ensure that individuals who share data online have appropriate protection.
Minister Robinson was speaking in Parliament on Tuesday during debate on the Cybercrimes Act, which was passed. He told the House that the technical measures component of the cybersecurity strategy was quite advanced.
We have already trained over 40 persons in the public sector. We have gotten the physical equipment, we have identified a location, and we expect the cyber emergency team to be operational before the end of this year.
Meanwhile, Science and Technology Minister Philip Paulwell is giving assurance that the Cybercrimes Act is not designed to trap innocent bystanders. He was speaking on Tuesday as the House of Representatives made amendments to the Act. Among other things, it will include additional offenses and impose stronger fines and penalties for cybercriminals.
These crimes require an act and an intent, and we have been faithful to ensure that both aspects are provided for, so no innocent bystander will be caught by this. Nobody who is engaged in doing ICT business, programming, software development, what you name it, will be caught by this.
With new rules governing the ganja industry in Jamaica, there is a call for the financial sector to be vigilant and ensure that only legitimate proceeds from the industry pass through their institutions. Recent amendments to the Dangerous Drugs Act have paved the way for the establishment of a cannabis licensing authority to regulate ganja and hemp for medicinal, therapeutic and scientific purposes. As such, Foreign Affairs Minister Senator A.J. Nicholson says financial institutions must be alert.
In doing so, you must continue to be vigilant to ensure that funds which pass through your institutions are acquired only through the regulated trade in cannabis and cannabis-related products, which are legal.
Senator Nicholson was speaking at the 4th Anti-Money Laundering and Counter-Financing Terrorism Conference. And finally, National Heroes Day celebrations will this year begin by honoring those who hold the highest honor available to any Jamaican.
In the past, there was usually a salute to these heroes in the afternoon at the Heroes Park. But we've decided to change things up a bit this year and to begin the day by saluting these heroes who have all led us in such an important way in their various time periods. So I think it's an important gesture.
The wreath-laying ceremony for the national heroes will be led by the Governor General, Prime Minister, Leader of the House, President of the Senate, Cabinet Minister Lisa Hanna, the Mayor of Kingston, and Chief Justice. It will be followed by the annual honors and award ceremony at King's House. Over 200 Jamaicans will be awarded for contribution to national development in various areas, including academia, public service, sports, and culture. And that's it for JIS News today. I'm Tamara McHale. Thanks for watching.